Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Stratego with Bob. We're on day 8 of gameplay now. I've had a little bit less time this week, but just purely work commitments and stuff, so I'm just trying to make sure I get at least one up a day. We had a good one yesterday. Sort of taught someone a lesson that was throwing abuse and stuff. Recommend checking that one out. It was also interesting to see how to deal with a martial blitzer there. That was game 22. I recommend watching, and we're going up against a bronze captain here, reasonable experience. Let's see what we can do. We're going to go ahead again with this strategy and see if we can develop it further, especially the opening moves and stuff. Now sort of homing in, I think, on how to go about opening up on stuff. So let's see, fingers crossed that this is going to be a nice panic-free game, and that I can sort of develop this strategy without worrying too much during the game. I always seem to have a habit of making it difficult for myself by making careless mistakes, so I'm hoping that I can avoid doing stuff like that today. Sometimes, you know, some days you're just not as sharp and on the ball as you might be on other days, and so I'm hoping that I'll be able to stay focused and take the time I need during my moves. Now I'm tempted here, but I won't do it just yet. I think I'm just going to clear out my routes a little bit. And if he wants to attack, then, you know, he's got the risk here of a piece taking what he's got here. He could be a martial blitzer. They could be a martial blitzer. I keep calling everyone a he. I apologise about that if anyone's noticed that. I should say they. They could potentially be taken by a bigger piece here. So I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm just going to clear my routes a little bit more here, like I say. I'm going to move this scout over just so he's covering my spy and my marshal. Also apologise for getting the names of the pieces wrong. I've got a habit of doing that when I'm thinking carefully I tend to sort of forget what I'm actually saying, so apologies for that if that's started to aggravate you at all when I do that. I don't mean to. And I shall try and improve what I'm doing each time. So hope you're enjoying the content. Thanks to everyone that's commenting, liking and subscribing. Please continue to follow, and please let anyone else know that there's a channel for fans here. And again, feel free to always comment, like and subscribe, any newcomers to the channel. I am aiming to update content regularly. So if you enjoy the game, you're a fan of the game like me and like others, then you know, this is the place to check it out. If you want to see some interesting games every day, watch my progress. I'm at a bronze level at the moment, but I'm aiming to get back up the ladder again. I did get to gold many months ago before I started the channel, believe it or not. If you've watched all my videos on how I play, you probably find it hard to believe that I did achieve gold level, but I did somehow. I'm hoping to get, well, I know we've got to hope to get to silver at this point, because I'm sort of on a bit of a losing streak. So okay, let's see. So I'm going to go then. I've got a feeling this is going to be a captain, yeah, so that's okay. This player seems to be a bit of a defensive player. Now what I may do then is I'm going to go ahead with the sergeant on this one, because I've got a feeling this is a captain and a lieutenant again anyway. So I just want to double check that, because obviously he may have sort of bluffed me out. Alright, well, so if that's the captain there, what I'm happy enough to do is that these two are lower. He may be coming in now with a colonel here, doing a similar sort of style to what I'm doing. So let's see how they're going to react. Okay, yeah, so they've moved. So what I'm going to do then, take this one. I've got a feeling, alright, well, that's not a captain. That's unfortunate. But let's see. If he moves this one out of the way. No, he's moving that one. So I'm going to go with this one. I think that this is a captain. Yeah, it is. Now, let's see. He may have it covered here in one of these two squares by a bigger gun. Alright, well, that's alright. So let me see. If I go ahead then here, now with my colonel. I want to try and get up there. I don't particularly want to attack this with my colonel. I might just move my captain along, force this one along, and then sort of move up then, because that way I can get the captain with my colonel, and this one is probably going to come this way anyway, which means I may have to say, okay, well, what I can do then is I'll go back then and take this with the captain. Ah, no, that was a captain. I thought I could have swore that was a lieutenant. Apologies there, guys. It's a silly mistake. So, all right. So, okay, what I'll do then is I'll just move then with the lieutenant up, because I don't want to go storming in straight away with my colonel if he's got his big guns in place here. So, yeah, I'm just going to move up then and threaten with this lieutenant now. Okay, that's handy. So he's taken the bluff there, so that's fine. I just really, what I'm trying to do is establish where his marshal and general are, so that then I can sort of strategize around it. Okay, so he's coming in this way. So alright, what I think then I'm going to do is go ahead then and try and get these two out of the way with my colonel and see if we can reveal where his bigger guns are. Now we've got a feeling one of the bigger guns is here. So, alright, what I'm going to do then is go in this way then, just in case this is another big gun here, and I can avoid getting taken straight away. I can just come in this way and take maybe 2 pieces for the sacrifice of the colonel. And then what I may do is then start to apply a bit of pressure up here with this lieutenant, just to see. I mean, if the worst comes to the worst, I'll get there and I will attack it so that we can get the information. But we've definitely got a cautious player, more of along the lines of a defensive player here, I would say. So I think I'm going to need to be wise with my moves so that I don't end up getting sort of lured into his trap. So okay, I'm just going to back that off then, because he's coming in to take it with this, which was another lieutenant anyway, so I don't particularly want to do that. Okay, so yeah, if I now then go ahead here, take this captain out the way, and there we are. We now know that this is his general here. So I'm just going to do one of my favourite moves, is to just bluff him now with this scout, get him to think that the marshal is already ready to go here. And okay, yeah, we may have there flushed out a spy. So what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to go ahead this side, see if I can encourage him to take it, and then I'm going to attack this with my scout. Alright, well, let's see. He's now knows that this is a captain, so if he wants to take this, you know, then he's really running the risk of losing his spy immediately. So let's see if we can pull this off. I mean, he may, well, he'd be a little bit mad. I mean, if he's got a piece here that can take the captain. Okay, so let's see. No, so he's bluffed it there with a minor. So all right, that's okay. So perhaps then he's got his spy this side. So what I'll do then is I'm just going to go again now and bluff this. I'm going to move this scout across straight away though, because I don't want to expose my spy, which if you followed the videos before, you'll have noticed that I have a habit of doing that. So I don't want to do that on this occasion. And now I'm going to go ahead and press with this lieutenant. Sorry, the sergeant. And let's see what he's going to do. I mean, what I may even start to do now is just to prepare my marshal a bit better over here, so that I can then get him pinned if he comes this way. So let's see. How So I'm going to go ahead with this one then, yeah, because we know that this is the colonel up here, so we could be faced with another captain here, and that will give me the opportunity, yeah, to just move my marshal over a little bit now, and then just place it in a better position where if that general now comes up, I don't want to move it too boldly in that direction because I don't want to reveal, you know, that it's there. But now you see he's coming down this way. If I can get him there, then that would be ideal. So I've got a feeling then that this is the spy. So let's see what he's going to do. Okay, so he's got his major there as well. So okay then, so as I say, I don't want to go boldly over with my marshal at this point. So okay, so let's go. I've got a feeling then that this is the marshal here of his. There's a colonel here of his. We've got his general here, a major here, with potential spy here. And you know, behind this colonel there's a potential for something as well. In actual fact, what it could be is that this is another colonel and he was just coming in to do an exchange. So let's see if I can just now then shuffle my general around. What I may do is even bring this miner up for a little bit here, and then what I can do is maybe bluff out with that, flush out a scout, and see here. Let's have a look. Yeah, you see they were coming in with the scout there to try and investigate this piece. So I didn't want to do that, so that's fine. So okay, now if this is the marshal over here, or even over here behind this colonel, then my spy is probably better placed here anyway. So what I can then do is look to go up with my general and try and get this colonel. Yeah, now you see he's coming over here now. So alright, what I'm going to do then is just go ahead with this scout now. If he wants to attack with the colonel, that's fine. But now what I want to do is just see what this is here. If this is the marshal, then no, so it's the colonel. So for me, I would say, so we've got the two colonels in place. Now I think this is the marshal then. It's covering this colonel in case, and we've got a spy, I believe, here. So realistically, my general round the other way is going to be the most effective, or coming in this way on that colonel. Let me see. Yeah, I think out of the options here, I would be more inclined to think that the marshal is that side. So let me just get this in place here. I think what I'll do then is I'll just come around with this major around this side, get this out of the way. This is a lieutenant, I believe, and that way I can also start to give myself a route back with my general. Now that's interesting. So he's moved that one over, so perhaps that, yeah, well that was a potential spy anyway, so perhaps he's thinking that. So I may even go for the two of them. I may even try and get two of these colonels, because if that's now the spy that he's just thinking, okay, perhaps I'm coming up now with the marshal instead. He's got the spy there. He's just moved his potential. Well, there's a potential for this being the marshal, and there was also this one that's coming, but that's moved back now. So let's see. Okay. Yeah, so he's now moving out with the colonel there. So I'm just gonna now I need to be careful because I've got my spy exposed here. So I might just tuck that one along for the time being this way, just because I don't really want to move my general there. And what I can do, yeah, I can come in now with this scout and have a look at this. And if it's his marshal, then at least I know when the time's right I can come in this way for his colonel rather than this colonel here. Now I need to be careful which, this was the general here because he did move down. Alright, so he's moved that one out now, so let's see what we got here. Ah, now there we go guys. Now that was fortunate that I didn't rush in gung-ho there, because you know, that would have really spelt disaster for me. So alright then, let's go this way. So now what I'm thinking then is that the spy is here now, or here, in which case my marshal round this way is probably more effective. So let me see, but I don't want to necessarily sort of start revealing the marshal unnecessarily, because then he's got a free rein with his general. So okay, let me see now then. I definitely feel then that it's wiser for me to now sort of pull back. I'm just going to nab this one, because he's probably going to come in here now and then with a low piece perhaps here. And he's now moved his colonel there and a colonel there. And he's probably got another major here coming down. Perhaps he's looking to do an exchange now then. And he's moving over his another colonel just to be safe. Now I don't necessarily want to do an exchange. Now regarding the spy, let me see. If I start sort of chasing down with the marshal, he may just sort of start moving into this here anyway. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead then and just move up with a scout, see how he wants to play this, and then move back with a general just for the time being. And then okay, so he's looking to do an exchange then, so or go for this major. So let me think now, what's the best way here? I could potentially go in this way and then just sort of start clearing that out just for the sake of a major. Because if I take the exchange here, then he's going to be up on the two colonels on me. So I think, well, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll sacrifice the major at this point to try and make some headway this way. And then what if he comes over to cover with his marshal? Yeah, then I can come in this way with the general now. Try to sort of outflank him. I may be able to salvage this. Yeah, I'm going to salvage this for the time being here. Maybe lure him into this scout if he wants to go that way. That's fine. Yeah, okay, so let's see. I've worked out there that I've got a better deal doing it that way, because all I've lost there in the end is a scout. I've salvaged this major and I'm now threatening on his back line here. See what we've got going on. Now I know it's not going to be any colonels, because he's got a colonel here and he's got a colonel here. Now here we go. Yeah, look, so let's see. I've got a chance here to do something quite effective. His colonel's here, and if he doesn't move it, he's going to get nabbed. And he's also got his potential spy in one of these two locations and another major over here. So now we're in a position where we've got him thinking, ah, now that is perfect. So we've got one of his colonels. That must be his spy. He must have felt that that was more important than the colonel. For him to move that way, well, that's not moving either. That's not getting out of the way either. So all right then, let's go this way with these pieces. We've got a spy that's potentially on the run here. Now he's trying to suggest that that's something, but it ain't, because I know it ain't. It ain't going to do any damage to my colonel. And okay, so he's now all right. So we're now in a position to get one of these two, and he's obviously going to move out with a spy. All right, so let's see if I can then now pressure this spy. It's a shame I've not got a scout in place a little bit nearer, but that's all right. What we can do is just threaten now. So okay then, let's move him out of the way. we know what you're doing, and it's not going to be. He you know, he's obviously now going to look to pin this colonel, but that's okay. So, all right, let me go. Now I should have grabbed that. That was a bit of a silly move for me. Yeah, he's going to give me a chance there. So, all right, let me then now look ahead here with this scout, because if I can go ahead then with this scout, I can potentially nab this spy. No, okay, all right. I want to be careful with what he's going to do with this major here. Perhaps what I'll do, I need to get my marshal in a better spot for it. Let me see. Yeah, perhaps if I then bluff with this captain now, and then I can still continue then with the scout coming in here, and then if he wants to come threatening this way, I can accept that. Yeah, well, I'll do it this way for the time being, and then let's see. He's because I haven't moved or attacked. He could be thinking, right, here we go. Look at this. Let's see. Yeah, we got his spy there, and that worked out perfect for us. So okay, now then I need to be a bit careful, because we're in a position here where he's looking to pin this major. But he's not going to be able to pin it because I'm going to be on the move with it. So let's see. I'm just gonna hold him off for the time being, and let's see what he's going to want to do here. I'm trying to sort of convince him to sort of come ahead. Let's see what this one is. I mean, what I may do even is just to I mean, I've got a feeling he's suspicious of this being my marshal anyway. So let's just see what we got here. Okay, so that's just a minor. And now he's looking to come in for my colonel. So I'm just going to go then and move here. Just move here, because I believe there's a 2 square rule. So if he sort of starts moving in, then I've got a bit of cover now. So let's see. He's only got one more major left on me, so I think what I'll do is I may even look to pin this general in now, somehow, or perhaps actually what I should do is look to do that with the colonel that he's got, and try and do it that way. He's trying to lure me to take that there, but I do know that obviously we're okay with that. So let me see. I need to really be effective on his general and his colonel, so I'm just going to go ahead then and bring this back, and hopefully I can sort of get round, maybe force the colonel onto my marshal. So he's still got his scouts there, which are going to be something I need to be aware of, and then that way I can still cover my spy. Now that's a strange one, because he already knew that this was a major. That was what he was chasing in the first place, so not quite sure why he decided to do that. but I've also got to be careful because I've got my spy exposed for a brief moment here. So I just want to be careful because now he's looking to see what this is going to be. Alright, so okay, now this one is his marshal now here, so I just want to be careful about that and make sure that I don't give myself any problem with that. So what I'm going to try and do then, I mean, he's moved his general, so I didn't want to move my marshal as my next move because then it kind of reveals where your marshal is sometimes, or anything like that. If you're going to move your spy the moment you've seen his marshal, you know, then you're running the risk then of letting him know, you know. So okay, so now he's coming in with this. You see this scout here. So I'm just going to move up then with this scout to give him the opportunity to wonder what it is, and then let's see now. If I can go this way, then yeah, I'm potentially going to push him this way. And now that's strange. He's just given up his colonel for no reason. They've given up their colonel there. It threw me a little bit that they could be so silly, but I'm not going to grumble about that. I mean, I almost lost myself in thought there. Now, okay, so look what we've got going on here then. I've got a potential here for pinning him in. Let's see. Yeah, he's going to go for this here. So, well, actually, that I may not get him just yet. But no, now we're faced with him in a pin. So that's all right. Now then, what I may do then is just go ahead again with the general. He has got another couple of scouts. So perhaps I might not just do that just yet. Maybe move up with a minor. So now I've got a colonel up on him, and I've also got a major up on him. So potentially, if this is the major, I don't want to necessarily go ahead with losing my major if I can help it. Alright, so no, that's fine. If he wants to do that, we'll just go here. I mean, I don't particularly want to get pinned, but you know, that is the sort of thing that I'm faced with to a certain degree here. But I'm not too concerned about it at this point because I can still wreak more damage down the other way. So that's fine. Let's see. If he's going to come up here now, yeah, if he's going to come up here now with this marshal, then what I can do is just come around blindside on him here, and go for this here. He may start lottoing down here now. Yeah, he looks like he's starting to lotto. So what I'm going to do is just sort of bluff him out here. I think what I may do first is just sort of I mean, I could have took that. Now that is perfect. Now that is perfect. So let's see now then what we got here. Oh yeah, that's that miner that we spotted earlier. So he's made they've made a terrible mistake there, lottoing down there like that. I think they sort of realised that they were faced with some problems and weren't quite sure how to deal with them. So I'm really happy about that one because I don't know, it took a little bit of time to work it out, but once I sort of got there and found out about his marshal in the centre, it really did help me there, and I was able to do that before losing my general to, you know, because I was looking to move in for those two colonels that were in the middle lanes. So yeah, really happy about that one. That was a great victory there. Took some thought and some patience, and you know, worked out quite well for me there. So even though we got a lucky situation with his marshal lottoing on a bomb, we still had to kind of force them into that position. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that one, guys. Please like, comment and subscribe. Thanks ever so much for all the support so far. and it's greatly appreciated. I'm going to try and do another one today, but at least we've got a victory under our belts there, and a good start to the day. All right, I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.